eUnited are 1-0 up versus MIBR, and we moved to train. The pick of MIBR, United stats were strong, and those were their strongest stats, and now things may go in favour of the likes of MIBR as we move into the final two maps. There were chances of a comeback, but we had some great individual performances, especially from Marquis on the B bomb site. That was a very key and pivotal round, and the United have put themselves in a good spot.
OMG. OMG. We all predicted MIBR. We said heavy favorites. I felt like ATK's. I felt like they're a better team. I thought they're a better team than United. But from what we just saw from United right there, they played a really high level of Counter-Strike on Overpass, which is a very difficult map to play, and that fills me with confidence, on their behalf at least. But it is. We saw what happened yesterday. MIBR got stronger as the series went on. So will that happen again today?
I think that they are. It's hard to compare ATK and United. Because I think ATK, they have their strengths, but at the same time, the level of experience is a drawback in the short term, obviously, and MIBR exploited that. But I don't think United necessarily have the style where that same thing is going to happen. So I think from MIBR's point of view, it's a different approach, a more traditional approach, if you will, for eUnited and playing a team who, in terms of experience, is lower tier, essentially, because that's essentially how they lost the game. I feel like, at least the absorption of information from MIBR. So a different kettle of fish for me, but indeed eUnited. It's weird. I think maybe there's some bias because obviously they had their first team was promising. Then they had a revolving door. They had like 8 people on the roster and so on. But now they seem to have found stability around the likes of Freakazoid and Cooper. So perhaps they have earned their respect once again. But they've got some more work in order to do that because it's time for MIBR's pick train. They start on a T side, the Brazilians, and Food has an emergency alert. You need to raise the alarm, then Cooper is here to help.
Yeah, looking pretty good so far. Everybody's getting annihilated, obliterated. It's just KNG left. And will he be able to stave off ultimate destruction? No. He will be taken to the cleaners.
Good by Food. He heard the sounds, he ran away, waited for his teammates to have some backup. Pretty simple CT setup in the inside. And one thing to note is MIBR used to be one of the best teams in the world on this map. United is also pretty good on this map, so I'm wondering with the new lineup of MIBR, can they reproduce this same kind of, I guess, status as they were before?
MIBR also, with the Brazilian core, were also the best on Overpass at one point as well.
This is true. United is looking really good.
Yes, they are looking.
Y'all drink your coffee today.
Alright, so we've got everyone going for rifles and just going light on the nades, which makes sense on this map in this round. You know that the Kriegs are going to be out. You can also make the MP9s work as well. They've got a middle setup, I don't know a better way to describe it, having 2 players not super committed to fragging and dying on the side, but trying to control the flow of team players, make sure you hold connector. But the approach by wrapping up high is pretty effective at splitting this defense, and it may get both players anyway. Great push from MIBR will secure the kills. They don't quite have the real estate they need just yet.
Well, maybe they do now. Well, at least that certainly helps. Lucas taking Marquis away. The scout for Vanity is switched out for an AUG, and Freakazoid starts to creep, but KNG surely has a better angle. Can he trade just in time? As soon as he looks away, Freakazoid appears. KNG now in the red, but he has the information. They know where Vanity is. That AUG sounds so dangerous. KNG baiting, looking for the info. Goes for the peek after the shots, and he was low, and now he's even lower. For his position unknown. Vanity has a defuse kit, but he realizes he's been outmaneuvered. He will most likely lose the round, so he holds onto the AUG instead. 1-1, MIBR win the second round again. We often say this is more promising for MIBR, but there is an AUG lurking somewhere in the next round.
It's really smart of MIBR to attack the upper position so heavily, as opposed to committing everyone down the ramp. Just because, one, there's no AWP for eUnited, and if there's an AUG posted up higher, that's when it gets very sketchy. And also, it allows them to just completely dominate those kind of opening positions that CTs hold. And there was no punish that was possible.
Good routes. Very good route running. putting Food in a very awkward spot behind that bomb train spot.
Fallen's got the toxic green gloves. Contrast to red. Again, the Brazilian colors. And they wait. So Taco's got the smoke between the trains lined up. This is so good for the T's to push through the bomb sites. But first, Food must be dealt with. There's a late swing from Taco to trade. Everything's fine. Cooper almost through the legs, but he'll take out Lucas on the high ground. So eUnited approach with a man advantage, and they've got range with the scout, despite the smokes that were deep for Taco. T's won't go deep, but that headshot most certainly will. Vanity still here with the Org, half health, trying to play off of his teammates now. Got 2 pistols to run distraction. Marquis creeping, Taco again. So strong for MIBR, and he continues to be so. 29 health, and there's another one from Taco. He's got to get the ace, taking out every single player in a very difficult position, mostly from the default position as well. That's a very tough task, and Taco just keeps delivering for MIBR in every match of this bracket.
Even though Taco had the 5 kills, the MVP is the FBs by fur. He tossed 2 important pop FBs right after the bomb got in the bomb site, and it allowed almost 2 to 3 kills for MIBR to hit. It's good pop flashing, I like that.
It's a very good observation, Eric.
Thank you.
Nice observerizing. And nice as pistols. USPs, full USP setup. No one rocking a P2K. I'm disappointed. E2000 fan.
All good for first, especially with the bomb. Got to run for it. He's going to stand his ground. He's going to lose the bomb. Oh dear. That is not what you wanted, and this is going to fall to pieces. He had to run, man. He's got to run. Run to his teammates. The worst thing you can do is lose the bomb in a situation such as this. Freakers were able to escape with a rifle. Cooper going down the ladder. They won't defend the bomb. This is pretty cool as well, because the T's don't know that eUnited aren't defending the bomb. So they're going to spend a lot of time trying to figure things out, and they will clean it up. But there can be no hesitation. Run to your teammates. Run like your mother's left you at the train station. And you're hungry.
Hangry. So we'll get the full buy-in from United. This will be the first time we'll see like a proper full buy, including an AWP. Although, Cooper will not have Kevlar. He will not have nades. So not quite the fullest of buys you'd like. And also no kits as well. That could be an issue. But perhaps they can get it working for them regardless. 4 players will start towards the A yard for United, and MIBR spreading out into a default. Not a default which will feature any Ivy control though. Be very careful about that one.
Yeah, got to be real careful. Can be sprayed through the bricks as well next to the peak. For maybe putting a smoke up in Ivy or Connector through those windows. Food was caught completely off guard. Maybe hearing those windows break. Even thought he had some more time. Marquis, was it worth it? Only time will tell. Standing in the flames to get that kill on the high ground. Cooper looking to lurk, double peek. He's somehow manages to escape off the ladder. KNG's been taken out, but still the man advantage prevails for MIBR. Freakers always trying to stay alive, but with that pick, do they continue to go for this? Seems the answer is no.
Yeah, that was quite awesome from MIBR because there was a sprint down a ramp, B ramp, and it was not really telegraphed in terms of anything beyond the footsteps because they didn't throw loads of nades. There were some nades, but they weren't doing the classic, we're going to throw some flashes over, we're going to throw the nade down the ramp. There wasn't all that going on, it's just they just ran out, and Food had no idea that they could be so deep, and his position was open to side alley, and that was the real problem there.
Yeah, I think MIBR has a pretty good read on how Food is inside on the CT bomb site. It may be more beneficial for him to play a bit more passive at the start, because a lot of times he is trying to fish for info, like sound cues and nades and whatnot. And it's kind of a tell as a T if a CT's always up, you know, right by the lower ramp or pop dog or, you know, or whatnot. And so, maybe more passive approach and wait for your teammates for maybe a full retake or try to at least sneak in a kill before making a big move.
The head-to-head is 2-1 for MIBR before the start of this match. MIBR beating them in a close game on Inferno in ECS Season 7. Mirage 16-6, also ECS Season 7. And losing Nuke 16-5 versus eUnited. All in May, a best of 3. The only time they face each other. One minute on the clock, and MIBR mostly quietly rotate towards some kind of A setup. You can see Cooper in a very forward position with their AWP. Again, this is a round where eUnited are ill-equipped, so he's got to find something. He's got to open things up. But MIBR and Brazilian teams in general not shy for a slow round. Creeping up Ivy, and there's no challenge just yet, but have a look at Cooper's angle. 29 seconds on the clock, and a fourth player rotates towards the B bomb site. Cooper gets a 1 versus 1, repositions. Close taking out KNG, fires a shot, but he can't quite finish off the job. FACEIT now playing for the bomb plant. 17 seconds, trying to delay, trying to buy time. Not fighting to the death, but death is inevitable. Maybe taxes as well. If they can't win this round, eUnited, they may lose everything. There's all the rifles gone, leaving the Deagle and the Caesar 75. This now looks like a round for MIBR.
Certainly does. Not too much that can be done. It really, well, you know, hinged upon Cooper getting enough damage. Very difficult to do it. He tried his best, but so far so good. MIBR playing a great T side, as you say, Eric. It feels like MIBR came into this with an expectation as to how to deal with inner, and off of the success of their inner play, which is how they opened up their T side, they have now kind of opened up the entire map in terms of how they're doing the damage.
Yeah, good point. eUnited is playing 2 people inside a lot of the rounds, forcing some of the spots to be open and outside. And MIBR is always pretty good at trying to find those pockets, lurking around, and finding those timings. Now this is a very important round for eUnited, and you see a double up coming out. When things go wrong, you just got to double up it out. Because it's just 1 shot, 1 kill, get 2 early picks, or even 1 early pick, and that's a huge advantage for your team.
Did we play Vanity on FACEIT this week?
Yes.
I thought we did. I remember him warping during that match. MIBR looking to extend their lead. Freak is way stuck in Sandwich. He is stuck no longer. He's been set free. Cooper looking for an angle. As you can see, he's exposed to multiple. This is fast moving. KNG and Lucas putting in some work. Cooper's holding on to Ivy for the time being. Playing forward towards Sandwich. He knows it would be risky to re-peek from the Ivy position. Things slow down. Now Lucas has half the information. He knows that 1 player is in connector. Cooper is on, coming in from the back. Taco realizes what's up, but just a second too late. Lucas has the information, but how does he make the right play? Into the smoke he goes. He heard a CT here earlier on. And Vanity will finish him off. 2 AWPs will be kept for eUnited. 4 kills between the 2 of them. Looks like it worked out for them.
I'm surprised Taco got caught off guard by Cooper there. Lucas knew that one of eUnited went to hell kind of sandwich area, and then Vanity gave away his spot in Z. So that's 2 tells right there that you know one's person Z and one could be by the sandwich T-Con or Olaf. Definitely a misplay by MIBR in that 2-on-2. Personally, I would like to see Vanity toss an FB in that situation in the 2-on-2, but it works out for them.
I wonder what the purpose of it is, but maybe it's to run distraction.
I think that was the main
for the
thing.
flank, yeah.
It was distraction.
And I think Taco was processing that when he turns around. But he turned around too late. Cooper will make a forward play up at B. That's a great flick from Vanity. Well, they're 1 for 1. Anything you can do, we can do too. One player spotted in main. Is there a pop flash play to be had? Well, Taco's made his way in towards the B bomb site. However, Food is on the high ground. He seems to realize how long does he hold the angle for? There's a flick. Taco's taken out. Gone from 4-4 to 3-3. Action all over the map. Food now rotating towards connector. But will he leave B entirely? Fallen's gone to check the upper area. He'll see nothing is there. Bomb needs to be collected. Lucas creeping up IV. There is literally action all over the map, non-stop.
But eventually, MIBR have to work out where they're going to take the bomb, and all this creeping only does you good for so long, and now they need to have that concerted effort, and they will take it towards that A-bomb site. Vanity with another good flick in the face, of course. Vanity with a quad kill. That's a fantastic round from him with the AWP, and it's amazing as well because Cooper went down straight away. He took his AWP play towards upper, bested by Fallen, but Vanity picked up the mantle. He picked up the rods, you know, the baton.
There you go.
And he carried it over the finish line with record pace.
Lightning rod, lightning rod. And he smited them, struck them down.
What's this skin called, James? Like the default one?
Which?
Flip live. It's just like if this doesn't have a...
We refer to them as vanilla skins.
No. Okay.
They don't have an actual name. They just lacks a skin name on the end. Though. They're referred to as vanilla.
Oh dear, that's not good. They have pistols. That's important. Plant is slowed down by the Molotov just for a time. Cooper's got to be extremely careful here with 2 players below him. Never mind. Alright, everything is fine. Order has been restored. The insurgency has been put to an end.
Everything is in its right place. eUnited move to 4. The pressure is on for eUnited to have a good CT half here. Let's not forget MIBR in the lead for now, but it has been 3 rounds in a row now from eUnited, and they've got the AWPs popping. That needs to be dealt with from the MIBR perspective, because eUnited could be on for 8 rounds, let's say. MIBR are on the bye once more. So let's see what they have to offer. Fallen on the AWP. So what we've seen from the T sides this week is Fallen with the AWP on the T side and KNG with the Krieg. So they both have a scope, and the scope is very helpful for snipers. Marquis is blind. Is a trade there? No, because Vanity will explode Lucas's chest, and now it's a 4 versus 2 for a time, but Freakazoid will get taken out. Fallen in battle sniper mode, so it is the 2 snipers. KNG with that Krieg scope. Fallen scope surely has been heard. I think KNG heard a player above green. That was Cooper. Has a sandwich angle. So much variance potentially. Now KNG, if he goes too close to this corner of engagement, oh, he knows the jump, but Cooper will punish him. There's a big headshot from Fallen. Flying off the ladder, takes the angle. Where is the last player though? He knows where Cooper is roughly. But when will he peek? Back to cover Fallen, dancing around the ladder. 3 kills, looking for his 4th. But he won't get there.
How did Cooper kill KNG? That's insane. Because KNG jumped over the scope. Of course he was running. But
Well, we don't know it was over the scope.
But did Cooper unscope? But that's, I mean...
It's high on the scope. You flick him.
Yeah, I don't know if we...
If he's single scoped in, it's not that big of a... It's not that hard of a shot.
You would have
say that
definitely
now,
seen him. Yeah, it's nothing too crazy.
Still a nice shot regardless.
Yes.
Under the pressure.
Go for it again. They're out there. By E-Box, Lucas. Oh, that's a huge kill to get. Again, let's not forget they're down a couple rifles. One will be picked up. Food now with the AWP, showing his prowess so fast with the shots. He gets the 2 shots that are needed. Cooper there to clean things up. He can't hit the next one though. And now they don't know if another player's crossed. In fact, they will understand what's going on because they'll kill everyone. 6-5. And eUnited in a fast-moving round respond just as quickly. And they're looking pretty resilient. When it comes to the heads-up one-on-ones and aim battles, they're holding their own. And that's an important test to be passed.
They have delivered a lot of AWP kills in this half. They go from 2 snipers to 1. It will continue on Cooper. Vanity happy with the AUG. I wish we saw more AUGs. I need to pick it up more often myself, I think. Scope is on. Waiting for the right timing because there are plays being made around Ivy, but Freak is ready for them. Falls back. He's got to fade away to right click, but he's so low. He could still get sprayed even when blind. Will elevate his position. Smart response from Freak as well, trying to avert the variance. And maybe KNG is that variance. Maybe he is the random element. The unstable element that eUnited can't control.
Uranium.
Everybody stops. Everybody waits. Fallen will fall. KNG with the 1 tap. Old bomb is the call. Will there be an eventual focus towards Ivy? Cooper may have to hold a position to cover Freak as well. I believe that has been set into place. Surely KNG will walk to his doom. He knows what's possible. He'll create some space with a smoke grenade. Try and use it as a magnet. And rotate elsewhere. Up against 3 won't be easy. But they're telling him they know what's possible. They're not stupid. They will not be fooled that easily. Freak Wade will get taken out. He was low. Props for surviving that long in the first place. And Cooper, of course, will deliver yet another AWP shot in this half. eUnited are putting themselves in a very strong position.
Cooper's been playing great this series so far. I think, again, it's like the best performances that I've seen from him consistently. You know he has the peak, the ceiling. But it's just very calm in this finals when it goes... In fact, if eUnited win this map, they qualify over MIBR to our finals. They will be the last team to do that in the North American region. And that is incredible to see the focus and how calm they are. It's really good stuff.
Not every day that you can say that MIBR is getting out-opt.
Yeah.
Very rare indeed.
No kidding. That's a really good point. Vanity's going to have a lot in his hands. He'll have Free Blue to help him out if need be, but MIBR, they're going to push all the way. Krieg.
1 minute on the clock. And MIBR have made great progress in the IV position. Must fear the flashbangs and the potential peak from the CT side, which they're looking for, they're hoping for. But how long do they wait for this? And if it doesn't come, what is the play? Could put a smoke towards IV from ladder. Oh, they are really getting deep. Taco is getting super cheeky. KNG doesn't have his teammate close enough to trade. Lucas needs to be a little closer. This is falling apart for MIBR. Falling off the train, but surely he'll be dealt with shortly by Freak, trying to shoot the feet. Foot fetish. Now it's fallen in main. They know exactly where he is. Maybe has food fall off the ladder, but Cooper will be there to finish him off. Cooper's closing out so many rounds for eUnited, and he keeps adding to his tally.
18-5. 18-4-5. This was kind of crazy because MIBR's peaks from both sides were really disjointed in terms of spacing, but also in terms of the fragging. And just look at the string of rounds. After eUnited won that pistol and conceded 5 in a row, it's just they've not looked back. Not looked back. It's just been success after success after success.
MIBR trying to claw some more rounds back. eUnited have made it a very reasonable CT side so far. The numbers are low for MIBR in terms of HP, and that could quickly change indeed as well. They are falling like flies. 2 versus 2. eUnited falling as well. Now Food is alone with the M4. Nice work on the ladder, being looked for by KNG, but as he drops, he can't do anything about it. Fallen is at the back plant without the bomb. Trying to get to it, but Food will finish him off. 9 rounds for eUnited. They keep getting there time and time again. We said they could get 8. Looks like they could get 10.
Not only is eUnited out aiming MIBR, but also every fundamental is just working in favor of eUnited. They're pop flash for each other. They're peeking. They're baiting each other almost perfectly every time. It's eUnited's looking really good.
They're playing with a level of confidence that is not befitting of their place in the
Yeah.
world rankings.
Damn.
Do you know what I
Dictator
mean?
Dan.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's that's beautiful, and that's part of it. That's part of it. When you have a team that's extremely good and they're top in the world, part of what fuels them is the results that they have earned. That narrative that they are extremely good. Something you can rely on. You can be confident that of course I deserve to win this. There's nothing wrong with that.
I deserve this.
And so, but typically underdog teams, they know in their hearts of hearts that they're the underdog. And so to discard that and have the focus to play with extreme confidence in your abilities is always impressive in this position. And we'll see Virgo deep. Lucas with an opening pick, looking a lot better for the Brazilians last round of the first half, although suddenly, blink of an eye, things start to turn around. The 3 versus 3, and it looks like it could be anyone's.
Marquis trying to spot, doesn't want to fully expose himself until it's the right time to do it. It's a weird censored, falls off the ladder. 2v3, eUnited trying to claw things back, trying to make it to 10, running out of bullets. It's food. Peach 50 won't finish things off. In fact, MIBR will. And they'll get to 6 rounds, which is pretty reasonable on the T side. eUnited, though, they've got a match to win in the second half. We'll find out if they can do it after the break.
Start your path to pro. Begin your matchmaking experience with like-minded players. Climb the ranks, meet your teammates, and make it all the way to the top. Rise through the ranks to the FPL circuits and play alongside the best players in the world. And who knows, you might just be the next Saiwu. Begin your road to pro at FACEIT.com.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
eUnited are 1-0 up in this final against MIBR, and now they are 9-6 up at the beginning of the second half of Train. I deceive you not, this is the reality. eUnited, heavy underdogs, I think most would say.
They're still an underdog, it seems.
They are incredible. They're looking really good. I've never seen them play such good Counter-Strike, and they're looking to defend this Ivy push. It's a strong push, but it is defended mostly, but there's still one more man to go. And it is fallen. He's going to smoke off the bomb. That's going to create some problems because he's got reinforcements. Taco's on the way. Taco has been an MVP lately. for MIBR, that is to be sure.
Freak is creeping. And I don't know if they're going to be... Okay, Fallen's looking for it. This is getting super weird. Lucas with some really patient shots. They spot the player near Ivy now. Freak. What a weird standoff this is. So much jiggling, double peeking being attempted.
They're waiting for Freakazoid to get into position, but he's got his own jewel, and now that's busted. They'll just go for it.
However, the CTs might be... Like, Fallen's got 8 bullets left. He's got 5 bullets left, sorry. 4 bullets left. He's got 3 bullets left. He's got 1 bullet left. He's got no bullets. Where are your bullets at? He might as well swing wide for Taco to trade now. If he doesn't have anything left, Taco will finish off the job with a big headshot. Fallen found another USP. But that's the problem with a long duel on a pistol round, is that you might run out of pistol.
Very interesting strat from IBR. I like the flash peek towards the Ivy. It almost ended in disaster, but the standoff between eUnited was hesitant to push because they were waiting for Freakazoid at outside.
Oh wow, they're going for a full Glock save. Marky's got a taser though. In a rush, how do you aim to use a taser? Interesting. Maybe he waits to go back. I don't know actually how he's going to use it, but it doesn't matter. They're going to get a headshot here with Glock. Taco is able to get a triple on the spray down. The bomb will go down. This is good money secured. Oh my god, Marky! Shooting bolts are lining out of his fingers like he's Harry Potter or something. I guess Harry Potter used it once. But...
I got the reference. I don't know about James.
I haven't seen or read Harry Potter.
You're missing out on life, James.
It is nice and sunny outside.
You don't even go outside.
Huh?
You don't even go outside.
That's the point. You said I'm missing out on life. That was the reference. That's the joke. .jpg.
MIBR picking up the AWP on KNG. United picking up the AWP and the Krieg and the Krieg. Krieg. Double Krieg.
Freddy Krieger.
Yes.
Very appropriate name for the Krieg at the moment. It is the Reaper.
Reaper of Souls.
Oh, you on that KZ server you can play Freddy Krieger as well. Freddy Krueger. Not Freddy Krieger. Although props to that guy who did that illustration for us. That was fantastic.
United looking to get some action around ladder room. They're going to get it. Here's a flash for Lucas. Oh, the flash has gone beyond Vanity though. And there's an HE.
No, he did not see Freakazoid creeping up the Olafmeister position. Fallen now with a scout with KNG with the AWP and false security maybe. Fallen inside some tagging. Could be followed up with some fragging, especially with this flank from Taco. But is he brave enough? Is he a brave soul? Will he go through the smoke? He's being waited for, watched for. There are enough T's to check all the angles. The flash is up and food is down. So we have another one and another to deal with. Cooper will be the initial peak, but there was a second player there if a trade was required. KNG in a 1 versus 2 with a kit. Is he saving or is he going to connector? Cooper's by main, or T-Con if you will. Marky by E-Box, and KNG will hold on to the AWP. You can do a lot with this in the next round, even if no one else buys too much.
Yeah, this is a really good map for that kind of play. I mean, sometimes you just have one up, get 2 early picks. It's a round almost in your favor at that point.
You will hold on to things. There is the ding. The bell has been rung, and that means it's double figures for eUnited. They make it to 10. So that flashbang didn't get Vanity. I think it may have got his teammate, but Vanity could see all that there was to see. That was a big frag for the round, because that probably would have been 2 otherwise, or 1 at the very least.
So now we've got an interesting situation on our hands, because with that AWP save on KNG, he can do some serious damage. He goes towards Ivy. Are they waiting for him with... Well, so Marky's on the angle, but AWP versus Krieg. Looks like the Krieg will not win this time. In fact, he didn't even really do any damage.
Yeah, but he probably thinks he did.
And so here's the response. They speed things up towards B. They can at least get some, even though the bomb's not there, they can get some real estate. They can get some positioning. They know that the most dangerous gun is not there. And if they act before it has time to get there, they'll be good to go. And that's exactly what's happened. So even though KNG peaked Ivy and got a kill, it actually gave an advantage to United because they had the opportunity then to rush B.
Yeah, that was such a good response by United right there. To have people in position, just in case, as you said, if they push Ivy, they're already inside.
Yeah, and it's an interesting one because from that perspective, you're like, well, should KNG not try to find a kill then? It's just like, well, you know what? You just have to hope that when you go for that Ivy peak, that maybe that's where the bomb was going, or you get a more significant position of advantage from it, and that they're not poised to strike B as soon as you go for it.
I mean, to be fair, most teams won't respond as fast as what eUnited did right there. That was pretty quick to take in inside.
It's a really good point. They won rounds on overpass because of that, because of how understanding that they have windows of opportunity and they take them really quickly. That's actually something that I credit ATK for as well. Like that's a really big fundamental of the game. You need good communication, and you need a decisiveness in terms of like who is like I would love to know what are the top 5 teams in Counter-Strike in terms of in-game communication. I would love to know, because I bet that it sounds very different from team to team, and that it would be surprising as well. Like I bet there's a lot of really good teams that we think, oh, they must have great communication, but maybe they have pretty messy comms. I think Na'Vi was a good example in the past, where you'd see them playing like, wow, they're like, some of these rounds are really, really smooth. But then like Zeus releases like a video with the comms, and you're like, oh my god, make it stop, make it stop.
Go B.
Cooper has angles in T-Con, and there's a lot of flashbangs, many angles taken away by MIBR in the short term, which allows the CTs to post up or threaten to. Speaking of which, he will have to wait KNG towards B. He's considering it. A little jiggle. Got to be careful in case the sniper is behind the showers looking for this position, but he fixed the right time. Is he going to be fast enough? Of course he is. Vanity shows some elbow, and that's enough to be punished by KNG. Now, will eUnited try to re-establish some kind of control towards upper B to just say to MIBR, we could go to B. Otherwise, there may be a lot of players towards A, and in fact there are. We have KNG making his way from B to A, with Taco posted up with a Krieg in the lower ramp position. Food lurking towards B. In the meantime, United will approach Ivy. Fallen is waiting. That angle to the middle is one that you can sometimes see Nico playing as well. It's a strong angle for a CT sniper. And Marky's caught off guard.
Lucas with a nice timing, but a great response from Freakazoid to at least get the kill. Cooper's out there now trying to find something in the space that's being created by all the action, and Food goes down, pulling out the nade at the wrong timing. But Cooper is at least able to trade, but he's the only one alive. And at this point, it's all gone very, very badly for eUnited. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like Cooper's in a position to do more damage. Unfortunately for eUnited, if he was able to get 1 or 2 more kills, obviously that would be absolutely ideal for United. So this is a great round for MIBR in terms of starting to get some economic control and be in a position to build momentum. Great start. The orbs are so dangerous between these two teams.
They are indeed, and now MIBR have the luxury of the angles on the CT side, just as the United, and they might look as abusive and strong as eUnited did once these rounds continue. They're still trying to catch up though. United have already got 2 rounds on this T side. MIBR are back with the 2 AWPs. KNG's gone from higher to lower, avoids the first grenade. He spots the player going past towards the upper area. Taking an angle with less variance. You can show to both, but he will look for the information and focus on the lower area. I like that idea actually. Rather than splitting between 2 angles, he posts up on one with information for the other. Minute 20 on the clock, and United look to offer something towards the A bomb site. They've got nobody in Ivy right now, neither do MIBR. They're playing with 3 deep in the B bomb site after seeing that player cross to the upper position. But the focus from eUnited appears to be on A.
Looks like it's going to be a smoke execute, which is the right call against 2 ops. Make it really hard for the ops to get picks, but there's a missing smoke. Fallen gets an easy pick off Marky.
Here we go. Cooper and Freakazoid, they got some positioning, but again, the Orbs are just too dangerous. The Orbs are way too dangerous. They've got to find a solution for these AWPs. If they want to have a hope in hell of defeating MIBR here, they've got to find a response. I don't know if it's a set piece onto B or what it is exactly, but right now, Fallen and KNG are hitting a groove that is too strong to stop if you just keep doing the same thing over and over.
It's also hard to hit the smoke outside if you don't have all the smokes. I mean, the 5 lane and bomb train is pretty much open. Those are the 2 most common spots.
OSHE's on the bomb train. Got a fair amount of usage in the first half, but MIBR will be very aware of that. Nobody showing on this occasion. Vanity looking for info. An eUnited creep. Bomb plant would be fantastic. Look at the sheer range that MIBR are playing from. Interestingly, with this range, okay, Taco's posted up with a Krieg. If they lose 1 player and have to try and retake with 2 AWPs, could get weird. But the likelihood is low. eUnited posting up for a burst and they're getting ready for it. There's the scope in from Taco. There we go. First one taken up, as is the second one. It's easy with the Krieg. Valve, please fix.
Just about get the bomb down. Help the economy at least, but MIBR, they're looking very much more convincing than United were even on their CT side.
Scope is too good.
What's the plan, man? Even going, contact through inner could be a good response. Try to trade into KNG.
Yeah, they got to find a way to get past these ops from MIBR, and I do like more condensed, overwhelmed with smokes and pop flashes more than anything else. But eUnited, I'm going to go for a default, taking control of the Brown Halls a little bit while working the Ivy.
Fallen waiting. Ready with a flick. Smokers up in Ivy. And across from eUnited. Close up, but no connection. Vanity above B. Lurk smoke. Maybe trying to invite a response or get some intel on what the setup is of the CT side. Will KNG fire a shot? No, he'll be patient. No clues given to eUnited from MIBR as to where the snipers are. Less than a minute now. And we've still got 2 players deep in B for MIBR. They're about to need some help. It will be a longer rotation towards connector. Lucas gets a pop flash from his teammate, and Fallen starts to go towards connector immediately once they see nobody in Ivy.
United maybe needs to be slightly quicker here. We'll see if they can still manage to pull this off and bait out the shot. McKinney, he's too damn good, isn't he? Taco as well, delivering the defense, and it is a complete wipeout. And you could see what United were trying to do. They gained some presence towards Ivy, towards inner. They threw all the smokes everywhere, but MIBR did the info play just before I came in. And you know what? I don't even know if it would have been all that much more successful had they just gone for it before that info was found.
Yeah, MIBR had a good Taco, especially saved his Molotov for when eUnited was about to execute. And that just slowed down the timing of eUnited. And that's how they got that top pick, MIBR.
Probably towards Ivy. Oh my god, there's been some damage done by Fallen and Lucas. And in a minute 35, Freakazoid is alone with a CZ versus 5 almost untouched players. Look at the money for MIBR. That is only going to grow in this round. Freakazoid, formerly of the tank top era Cloud9.
You say freakicide.
Something like that. I don't know what I said. I don't know what I said. Bad night of sleep. KNG almost at $16,000. And there's a timeout from eUnited. MIBR are 3 rounds away from Inferno, which would be the decider. What can eUnited do to turn things around? Success has been brief in this half. It's brief, and a while ago, a distant memory, a hazy mirage.
Well, that was when they had no AWPs really to contend against. Like that's when they got their wins, and since the AWPs, I mean, we saw it on I think the 6th round. It was like, okay, MIB are absolutely crushing with the AWPs now, and nothing's really changed too much. United is still kind of playing fairly slow, and I think they do need to go with the explosiveness, whether it's a combination of set pieces / contact plays, grouping up. I'm not sure, but they've got to find a way to break one AWP so quick, like very quickly, and then take position very quickly. Otherwise, the way that Fallen and KNG work the map is incredible. Oh, yikes. That's a strong one from Fur.
Boom. It's a great way to continue the proceedings. Utility is low for eUnited, but maybe the AWP will be enough. Looking for a boost. There's a jump from Marquis, and he is punished for his insolence. Will Cooper go for a pot shot? Oh, Fallen, he was so close. Gets around the corner before Cooper starts spraying. Vanity, not expecting Fur to be forward, but you always have to because Fur. And now Cooper is left. An unsuccessful round from eUnited. Almost looks like the Eco with the Molotov through Ivy. Similar in terms of success. 1 minute for Cooper. He's stuck. There are grenades coming his way. There are CTs. There are angles being held. And there's a headshot from Fallen. 14-11 for MIBR as they look to take this to Inferno.
And they need to force buy twice here. Force buy every round that is remaining.
Yeah, these defaults, these slow defaults, they're not working against MIBR.
It kind of goes back to what I said, I think, in the pre-game, where I was saying, like, you probably can't always make the defaults working against MIBR. Like, you'll have to gamble more. Just respect that. Respect their quality. And throw some gambles at them. And, well, we'll have an outside rush.
See if the smokes are proper this time. But it might not matter because it's pistols against rifles.
He is closed and he's kind of blind, kind of running out of bullets. And maybe this is the round. They're starting to miss shots now. Not like this, surely. Falling off.
Oh.
Through the smoke. That is absolutely nasty. Keep some bullets in the hole, however. Vanity creeping through the smoke. MIBR falling back from the smokes for the most part, but Vanity could find himself too. There's the first one. CZ still inactive. AWP will miss a flick, and 3 will survive for MIBR. Doesn't particularly matter. They've got so much money. They're losing money by winning rounds. Yeah. You can see KNG there with a clean $16,000, and MIBR have made it to game point. It has been 7 rounds in a row for them in this half. And this is their pick. They're strong on train. They're very strong on train. And they're showing that at the moment. We've seen strong CT sides from both, but MIBR appear to be closing things out stronger. Last chance saloon for eUnited. It has to be now.
Ivy play comes through. Flash for Lucas to do his thing. The Cooper's there. Turn away from the flash. And, well, I should say, Marky playing anti-flash. At least good for a trade. But there's still 2 AWPs. KNG and Fallen are just so problematic, but now Fallen is dead. Now presents a chance to win a round, but a 1v1 from Taco will turn things around as he can hold on to that position and even re-peek for info. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, gun comes out, that's good, but Vanity, oh, he still hits it, he's pre-aiming deep, but that's a great response.
I would imagine that he's got to make a forward play. They're so spread out though. Oh, Freakazoid. Wondered if he'd realised. 34 HP. He has the bomb. He's standing in a smoke, a very nervous position, but MIBR are more or less in CT spawn, wondering what the status towards B is. I would have thought that maybe there'd be a run through to B with that play upper, but they'll take it slow and careful. Maybe it's too careful. We spoke about gambles, Dan, and United have lost their advantage, but it's still not clear to MIBR what is actually happening right now. And have a look at this. Vanity's moving through to the left of Fur. Is he going to check his right? He's not. But what about Fur? Oh, in the angle. 4x3. There we go. Playing for information now. Laying the trap. The ankle
Oh, no.
is in the bear. The mouth. What is bear claw? Oh, whatever. The bear trap. There we go. Messed it up. But we'll carry on. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. 1, 2.
Wow.
That is a beautiful way to finish off a map.
Yeah.
That was so satisfying. That really was perfect. I'm super happy right now.
That was pretty ridiculous.
That was really nice, but really unfortunate for United.
Well,
They must be thinking, what the hell?
it's a third map here as MIBR pick up Train. And I believe we move to Inferno to finish things off between these two teams to find out who will qualify to the Season 8 finals in Arlington, Texas. eUnited, MIBR, a map apiece. It's going to be interesting to see if there'll be a recovery. Again, we talk about MIBR gaining strength as the series continues, and that seems to be the case here as well.
Yeah, that was comfortable for MIBR in the second half. Wondered if they won enough rounds in the first, and absolutely they did. You never know with the pistol round in the second half with the score lines like that, but it all went the way of MIBR really. The odd highlight here and there for United, but that second round was basically a frag reel for MIBR second half. Excuse me. That's a great warm-up moving into Inferno. But again, I think from map to map we see a question about the how MIBR will use the AWPs and how effective they will be, especially if they lean towards 2. Worked well here, fallen with almost 3,000 damage in normal time. That's always a great indicator of a very big map. So there it is. Train goes the way of MIBR. And we will be heading to Inferno, which is coming up after the break, so don't go too far away. 428 days since we could draw on a map. I believe this is changing in about 5 minutes. Maybe when we're back, it'll say 429. We'll find out after the break. See you here shortly.